Welcome to Online Seller UK podcast. My name is Prabhat, your host for today, and I've got a really interesting topic. It's driving external traffic to Amazon listings, and I'm joined by Adrien from Branded. Adrien, welcome to our podcast.
Hi, Prabhat. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, excellent. So, Adrien, why don't you introduce yourself and what you do in day-to-day life?
So yes, my name is Adrien. I'm working at Branded. I'm in charge of what we call external traffic. What we call external traffic at Branded is everything but PPC on Amazon. As you probably know, we do traffic towards Amazon and D2C, and I'm in charge of all the channel, which would be all the social media channel from Facebook, Google, TikTok, but also Google and other kind of traffic such as DSP and affiliates.
Okay, excellent. So there is a lot of things you've just said within that first line, but I'm sure it's a lot of work when you try to actually do it. So let's start with even the idea of driving external traffic to Amazon. Why should I do it?
So I would say there is actually three reasons for us to do it. The first thing is because Amazon is pushing people to do it with the referral bonus. You probably know there is a 50% fee that you're actually giving to Amazon every time you sell a product. And once you actually drive conversions coming from external traffic, you have 10% back. So it's actually already interesting in order to improve your ACOS. The second part is also driving external traffic. You have incremental revenue. It's something which is coming out of Amazon. So you can actually grow your top line. And the third point would be definitely improving organic ranking. I mean, Amazon is really pushing for us to actually drive traffic from somewhere else. So when you actually drive quality traffic, who's driving, add to carts and actually purchases, that's actually improving organic ranking.
Okay, excellent. So you mentioned about bonuses. Is the bonus just available in the US, UK, all over the countries?
I mean, as far as I know, I'm only working in the US markets, but as far as I know, it works everywhere. I mean, Amazon attribution tool, as long as the Amazon attribution tool is available, you will have access to the referral bonus. You just need to make sure you activate it on your account.
Okay, fair enough. So that's cool. So I think out of all these external traffic, obviously you mentioned the social side, you mentioned the Google side, and so on. So again, we can't say one is better for across all the categories because every product behaves differently and every categories behave differently. Consumers are different. But out of your experience, which has been the most successful in terms of higher returns on the ad spend?
So for us, it will definitely be Google. The main reason is also, you probably heard about iOS 14 updates. We kind of changed quite a lot. And when you actually drive traffic from an app, such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, the tracking is not as good as you do when you do Google. So when you're actually doing Google, it's actually easier. You also have to know that Amazon attribution tool is still on a beta. So it's not like the easiest tool actually to use today. It's actually not connected to any of your channels. So it's not like you can optimize on how the user are behaving on the channel. You actually just creating, tagged URL. So far for us, it's been easier to actually drive traffic to Amazon using Google.
Okay. So again, that also means that if I am a brand, I'll be driving traffic to my own website. And I think you can see this question coming as we start talking about Google. So I'll be driving traffic to my website for obvious reasons, right? So, and then I'll be doing the same thing for Amazon as well. So I think there is a little bit of risk involved where I may be driving my CPC cost up. What's your take on that?
So, I mean, it was kind of a issue we've been facing quite a few times. Because I mean, you don't want to mess between your D2C website and your Amazon website. So what we've been doing, we always been focusing on really particular product, top performing ASINs to go on Amazon. It's not like we're gonna promote all our ASINs toward Amazon, but we're just gonna select a few on which we also believe we can do improve the organic ranking. So we carefully select those ASINs on which we do really particular product campaigns with particular keywords. In order to not mess with the rest. We're not going to move the brand campaign or not anything with shopping campaigns toward Amazon, just specific products on which we've been selected carefully at the beginning. So, it's important to not mess all around. That's probably like the most complicated part at the beginning, I would say.
Yeah. Okay. And this leads me, and I know you mentioned about the organic side, which is important for everyone. I mean, because in a long run, we don't want to depend on paid advertising. Maybe
Yeah.
some portion of sales uh, can be from paid advertising, and it may not never stop. But we want majority to come from organic. Now, here's a question. So if I'm launching a new product,
Yeah.
and if I'm driving the traffic, external traffic to that new product from external sources, okay,
Yeah.
uh, do you think it's a very good strategy? Because you mentioned that it will help organic ranking. Do you think I'll up my ranking faster in organic side if I do it that way?
I believe you can. I mean, still some things that we ongoing in terms of tests.
Yeah,
The thing is, like, it's always really complicated when you have a new product on Amazon to put it forwards. So
mhm,
by picking the right keyword with Google, you can actually, put it on top and drive
yeah,
traffic directly to there. And one of the good things that we noticed is not only about purchase,
yeah,
but the add to cart. Add to cart is actually really relevant. When I'm actually doing a product launch strategy, I'm actually looking at generating add to carts more than purchase because because there is no ranking, there is no, rating, not that much of a review.
yeah.
You cannot really expect to have a really high amount of purchase, but you can expect to have few add to carts, and we know that once you have quite a good number of add to carts, it has a positive effect on ranking. So that's what we're aiming at.
Okay, okay. So basically, we are aiming for traffic increase from external.
Yeah, exactly,
Um,
exactly. We actually bringing traffic that, if you would just, launch your product on Amazon, it's actually just a little kick. It's a
mhm,
little kick on the side to see, where it could get us.
mhm, mhm. So now, also now, then you mentioned about focusing on the top performing SEOs for obvious reasons. If it's performing well on Amazon, it should perform well when you drive external traffic and or additional
Yeah,
traffic. Now, this leads down to another question I have in mind, which is driving traffic to the Amazon storefront.
yeah,
Wouldn't it be nice if we drive traffic to the storefront, then we actually put our brand in front of a consumer, and then give them a choice of a range of products we have, because the idea is to introduce our brand and our product as
yeah.
well, right? So again, there is a question: what is the best um,
It's actually,
process to
it's
do?
actually, it's actually a really good question that we've been starting to work like a couple of months ago. So moving the traffic to actually storefront start to be interesting, but there is few conditions from my point of
Mm,
view. So there is
mhm,
different kind of storefront. The one when which we've seen positive impact is when you drive to the storefront, when you got actually the list of the product with the add to cart button directly on it.
mhm.
Because the good thing with storefront also is there is no competitor eyes on it. It's only you.
Yeah.
So, when you think about that, you actually driving, people can only see your product. And, if you have the list of all your product, at the bottom, you have many add to carts button, which are really interesting for us. So that's something
Yeah.
that we're pushing more and more.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what Amazon is also pushing towards a lot, which is why they are doing more push on branding and also the store design. They are offering free store design and free A plus
Yeah.
to a lot of sellers at the moment, as you may already be aware. So it's an interesting space, and we'll see how this external traffic helps
Yeah.
sellers to
But
grow their
like I
sales.
said, the important part with the storefront is to keep some CTAs because some of them don't have CTAs on the storefront. It's really good looking, but CTAs are really making the direction when you drive traffic
Yeah.
towards it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Cool. So I think I've asked some questions that I think of in terms of external traffic. Do you want to add anything to our conversation?
Probably about Amazon attribution. It's a tool which has been, pushed forward. I think last year at the beginning it was just accessible to few brands. Now I think everybody can actually access it through the advertising console.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't really dig into it. They don't really know what it is about. But
Yeah.
actually, that's a tool which is constantly in development, and people should give it a try. You can actually even without doing paid advertising, you can, if you have like social media presence, you can
Hmm.
just push those different links towards your social media. It's always interesting. It costs
Hmm.
nothing. You just create a few tagged URL, and it could be interesting to see and understand the traffic that's actually coming from outside of Amazon and what could be the impact on your brand.
Yeah, yeah, and it's generally straightforward creating those links.
Yeah, I
Through
mean, the
Amazon.
tool is actually really simple. So
Yeah.
that's a good and a bad thing. So I said it's really simple. It's just like a couple of steps. You actually, picking your destination URL and as in you want to move toward all the storefront, and you just generate a tag URL that, it's like a UTM, and actually you drop it wherever you want after.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's good. I think that this might go a little bit advanced as we go along. At the moment, attribution is showing some detailed page views, add to cart reports, and some sales and so on. These things are reporting. It will be interesting to see. Maybe it will also repeat purchase or something like that in future.
Yeah.
As you know,
I mean,
Amazon is still. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
no, it also, I mean, and to see the improvement of tracking, because I know that sometimes tracking doesn't work. It's still a beta, like I just said before. So you have to work towards those kind of issues. But yeah, I mean, I hope they're gonna keep moving in this direction, that we'll be able to connect to different tools. Maybe because right now when we do paid advertising, we mainly do traffic campaigns. If at some point we can actually circle back some events to the channels could actually be interesting. I'm not sure we're gonna get there soon, but that would be something interesting at some point. But just for you to know, there is tools, particularly for Google towards Amazon, which are existing and you can use, which helping you to set up campaigns and give some kind of optimization around keywords, because they can link it, link some events actually happening on Amazon attribution to particular keywords you're using. So there is tools outside that you could be using.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. So I think that's it for today. So thank you, Adrien, for your time today. And it's very simply, you've described it very simply to use attribution, use external traffic. So that's what we want people to do. Try it out and see, you succeed on that. So if anybody wants to talk to you, Adrien, it's where's the place to get to you?
I mean, you can find myself on LinkedIn. My name is
Yeah.
Adrien Darracq. You can actually add the link, Prabhat, I don't mind. And
Yeah.
just feel free to add me and to come ask any questions.
Excellent, Adrien. And thank you very much for your time today. And I'll speak to you soon. All the best.
Thank you, Prabhat. Bye-bye.
Bye.